Hey guys, this is Nick here. In today's video, I wanted to share how Brad Traversy, the web dev guru himself, helped get me a pretty good job offer. And of course, link to Brad's channel in the description down below. And I'll also throw a link to the course I took from him in there as well. But before we get into today's video, be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Twitch. Those links are down in the description. So let's go on with the video now. So after graduating university, I was on hold with a company that I accepted a job offer with, but I had to get background checks and some security clearances for them. So my start date was still up in the air. And that summer after my graduation, I wanted to brush up on some skills with programming and stuff because I had so much free time and I wanted to make some sort of use of it. So I wanted to learn some new stuff. And I was always interested in web development, but I did not do much of it in school. And so I wanted to get familiar with it before I started my job, even though my job offer wasn't really for a web development position. So for that, I tried some YouTube video tutorials, but I wasn't getting the complete grasp of JavaScript and stuff. So I wanted a more formal online course experience. And so for those courses, I used O'Reilly Safari Learning, which is, I don't know how many people are familiar with it, but I'm absolutely not sponsored by them in this video. But I'll explain why I use them and stuff and my whole situation with that. So just stay with me. So in university, I was part of this computer science honor society. Trust me, it's not a big deal at all, but it makes me sound like a huge nerd. Well, I joined that because I thought it would look good on my resume, to be honest. And the membership of the society comes with an ACM membership. Now, for those who don't know, ACM, or formerly the Association of Computing Machinery, is a large computer science education academic society that a lot of college professors, researchers, those kinds of people are in. And they hold a lot of conferences, events, etc. Yeah, I don't really hear a lot of other software developer YouTubers talk about them, but I think it's a pretty good organization. They've got some good resources that'll help you with whatever stage you are in for your career in the tech industry. So this ACM membership was $50 for my first year, and it gave me access to the O'Reilly Safari platform. And this little side note, the membership actually goes up to like $150, but I still think it's worth it for the amount of knowledge available. So Safari has all these, it's basically just like this huge database or like repository, like streaming platform, basically like Netflix for betas, Netflix for tech betas. It's got ebooks, video courses, live training, which I think is pretty cool, from tech industry people with that they do live training for relevant topics and stuff. And so much more. Like almost any area of computing you can think of, like AI, game development, graphics programming. I'm just naming stuff that interests me. Like I already said AI, probably machine learning, all that good stuff, web development, all there. Yeah, the $150 is only for ACM members. So if you're not an ACM member, the O'Reilly platform is like $399 a year. So definitely try to be an ACM member, and you get the perks of being an ACM member, which you get like magazines, all there. They have some resources out there as well. They have a career posting place, and you get the Safari learning. So you get like a pretty good discount on that. So if you have the opportunity to become an ACM member, if you're at university, if you're early in your tech career, I highly recommend it. So on this platform, I found Brad's course, Modern JavaScript from the Beginning, which is about a 20-hour in-depth course on vanilla JavaScript, ES6, I believe. And there were a handful of helpful projects in the course that you could do alongside with Brad. And I completed those projects and threw them on my GitHub. So Brad's identical course is also on Udemy for like over $100, but Udemy does those stupid discounts all the time where it's like, oh, this course is $1,000, but it's 99% off right now for the next few hours, so grab it at like $20. But so right now his course is $12 last time I checked, but I mean, I don't know, you're never gonna pay the full $120 for a Udemy course. So value Brad's course how you want. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna value it at around $15 to $20. So if you do around 4 or 5 courses in a year on the O'Reilly site, and do a couple live trainings here and there, I think you get your money's worth. I found the cost very worth it to me when I applied for a JavaScript role at a very small company near me, and they were a public record information service company. So if someone wanted to buy a house, the bank might want to get the compiled record of that person's information, like their credit, their legal standing, etc. So I think that's when they would go to the company like I just described, and they'd pay a fee or something to get that information. So the job itself didn't sound the most interesting thing to me in the world, but during the phone interview, the tech manager sounded like a pretty cool guy. He was a pretty cool guy, and he said that I could work from home around 2 to 3 days a week, and they're going to be using front-end framework React, which is a front-end JavaScript framework, which is pretty hot nowadays. So I thought that was interesting. They're also going to work with AWS, which is another really relevant technology for deploying cloud applications. So I thought that was beneficial for me to, even if I didn't want to stay at that company for long, I could learn some relevant skills there. So I sent this company my resume with the JavaScript projects in my GitHub at the time. And after the in-person interview, they gave me a little code test. And this code test was interesting because it wasn't a test that they made at all. So the tech lead, the manager that I was talking with, actually looked at my GitHub. He pulled those JavaScript projects I was working on, and he examined them and tried to run them on his local machine. And he said he found a few errors in the projects. So my test was to go back to my projects and fix them, and then push those to my GitHub. So honestly, I just watched the Brad Traversy video again, like course videos again, and tried to find an area where I overlooked, and I fixed them, and then created a new branch, made the changes, then merged those, tested those changes, because you always want to test your code when you're making a new change, obviously, and then merged those back into my master branch, and then pushed those back into GitHub, which was also kind of a test on, he was also kind of testing me on my use of Git, which it's kind of like an essential skill for software developers to learn. So after a few weeks, I received a job offer with the company. I think the guy said it was me and one other candidate. So at a small company like that, not really too much competition in terms of tech talent. But so at a bigger company, you might probably be competing with dozens of other people. But hey, the job offer was for around $65,000, which is a pretty good entry-level salary for a small company. I'm sure, there's tons of YouTubers on here who are like, I got a job offer at Google. I'm making 6 figures, entry level with a 20K bonus or whatever. But hey, if you're starting small, this isn't $65,000, nothing to scoff at. Don't feel bad if that's the salary you're starting at and you see people at these big tech companies worth trillions of dollars and their starting salaries like 100K because they're living in California and their living expenses are through the roof. So don't worry about that. You do you. You work the job that fits you the best and that you can perform well in. Now, I didn't end up taking that job offer because the company I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the one I accepted the offer with, they actually gave me the start date. But I wanted to share this experience with all of you because it shows the power of upskilling and learning how to get the role you want. And you might think that a role like a front-end developer or a game engine programmer or game developer programmer is kind of impossible to reach, but in reality, you're only a few online courses away, a few well-made projects away from getting that qualification to at least getting the interview. And then from there, you can, they'll base you more off of your personality and your fit, obviously, your skills, but so you just want to upskill yourself just to kind of get yourself into that room with the people that you want to, or with the company you want to interview with, and then kind of take it from there. Now, not suggesting that you throw hundreds of dollars at online courses because they will not guarantee you job offers, but obviously, you know, try to use free resources first, see what's out there. I mean, YouTube's got so much good information. There's so many good tech forums out there to learn. But it is sometimes worth it to spend, you know, premium course or service, or like a streaming. I call it a streaming service. It's not really like a Netflix, but this place is the O'Reilly thing is a Netflix of knowledge. So I think the ACM membership was worth it to me, and I'm still gonna continue to have it early on in my tech career, because if I ever see an interesting course on there that I want to take, you know, I could do that. And if I really like want to transition to another role, I could start doing these courses on the side while I'm staying on my day job. Do these courses on the side, couple hours a week. And if the course is 20 hours long, you don't have to bang it out in a week. You know, do an hour a day, you know, hour here and there. Maybe do a couple more hours on the weekends, and then kind of soak in what you're learning. Don't just copy what they're typing. Kind of, you have to understand it first, but then you're doing the projects alongside them, so you know, don't be afraid to throw those projects on your GitHub. Maybe change them around a little bit. You don't want to, if everyone did Brad Traversy's modern JavaScript course and threw the identical projects on GitHub, I think people would kind of employers would catch on. They'd be like, wait, all right, what the hell are these people doing? But do the base project, take it, like add your own tweaks to it, take it from there, like add an additional feature or two to kind of make it your own unique thing, and then yeah, you'll get more knowledge out of it for certain. But that'd be beneficial. So yeah, that's kind of the video. But thank you all for watching, and thank you all for listening, mostly because this is more of like a discussion video. But thank you for listening. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, links for my socials and stuff down below. Be sure to hit me up on those if you got any questions. Comment on the video if you got any questions. I don't know, Brad, if you're watching this video, I love you, man. You do great work. Thank you. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.